Hi guys, this is Dave at Concise Reviews. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but for over a year now I've had a Google Home, and this is the first in a series of budget home control devices that work with this and the Google Home Mini. Okay, so this is what I'm going to show you guys first. This is a Lombex LED light strip, and basically you can turn it on and off, change the colour and change the brightness, either using the wired in remote control, your smartphone app, or any Android assistant device such as Google Home, your Android phone, or an Android Wear Watch, which I'll show you later on. I got this for about £26 off Amazon. If you do get it off Amazon, be sure to click the promotions button to see if there's any good deals you can get on it. Here's some additional information, should that be important to you. It's not to me. And now I'm going to open it up, and it's empty because I've had this set up for a while. I've been using it for a few months now so that I can give you guys a proper review. Just don't eat the silica gel. I've got mine wrapped around the back of the TV. I think that's the best place for it, and now I'm going to run through some commands you can give Google Home to use with it.
Hey Google, turn off the backlight.
Sure, turning off the backlight.
Hey Google, turn on the backlight.
There you go, turning on the backlight.
Hey Google, dim the backlight to 20%.
There you go, setting the backlight brightness to 20%.
Hey Google, brighten the backlight to 90%.
There you go, setting the backlight brightness to 90%.
And you can also change the colour obviously to better match whatever you're watching.
Hey Google, change the backlight to orange.
Sure, changing the backlight to orange.
Okay, so I'll show you how to get this all set up in just a bit, but something else that I wanted to show you is that using Google Home shortcuts you can control two devices with one action, and you can decide what that voice command is. So for example, when I finish eating and I want my overhead smart lights to turn off, I say this.
Hey Google, I've finished eating.
Sure, turning on the backlight. Sure, turning off two lights.
So as you can see, that's easily turned off my overhead lights and turned on the backlights. You can also use these voice commands on your smartphone.
Okay Google, make the backlight orange.
Assuming you've got Android Assistant built in, that is. And another neat trick, you can also use it on your Android Wear device if it has Google Assistant built in.
Turn off the backlight.
Okay, so I'll get to how you use the Lombex strip with your Google Home in just a second, but first of all I wanted to show you how I'm connecting it to my TV. I'm using these little right angle brackets stuck around the edge of the TV and then just cable tying it on. I got these from B&Q for about £2 for the pack. Now the strip does have 3M tape on the back of it, so you could stick it right on, but that makes it real difficult going around corners, and I feel this also just gives a better glow up the wall. Okay, to get this set up, the first thing that you've got to do is pair it with your wireless network. Now when you get out of the box, the blue lights on the controller should be flashing quickly like that. If they're not, there's instructions included in the pack on how you reset the device, and you do that by holding down the power button on it for 5 seconds. Keep your finger on there while you turn it off, keep it turned off for 5 seconds, and then when you turn it back on it should be flashing blue, so you should be good to go. And then what you need to do is download the app for your smartphone. Now in the instructions it says download an app called Lombex. I tried this and it caused me issues down the line, so what I would recommend doing is downloading Smart Life, which is available for free in the Google Play Store. Now the reason I use the Smart Life app straight away is because if you use the Lombex app and then you try to connect other budget home control devices to your Google Home, you may have issues because they all sort of funnel through the Smart Life app to connect to Google Home. So just use Smart Life straight from the off and you shouldn't have any issues. Okay, so this will be your kind of home screen where you can control your Smart Life devices if you wish. But as we're going to add a new one, you need to push the plus button in the top right. You can select what kind of device it is. I just scroll down to other devices, and then it will say that the indicator needs to be flickering quickly. Yes, so you just confirm that. Enter your Wi-Fi password if you haven't already set this up before, then hit confirm. Now this warning message says that it won't work on a 5 GHz network. That's wrong. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But if you do have a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network, follow this process and you should see the 3 ticks come up here, which means that it's set up for you. Now if you do have a 5 gigahertz network or that didn't work for you, you basically need to put the LED strip in AP mode. Now this is sort of like a manual pairing mode, and when you do this you'll notice that the light is flashing slowly rather than flashing quickly as it is now. So what you need to do is push AP mode there, and it will make you check that it's flashing slowly. Now to make this flash slowly, you need to grab the controller, you need to hold down on the power for 10 seconds. I've sped this up so it doesn't take ages for you guys. With it still held down, you need to turn it off at the wall for 10 seconds and then turn it back on and keep it held down, and then you'll notice that the light is now flashing slowly. So this means that it's now ready to pair to your Wi-Fi network in AP mode. So to do this you need to go back to your phone, click the confirmation button. Again it will ask for your Wi-Fi password for your home network, type that in if you haven't already, then click confirm. Again you get the warning, so just ignore that because we know it does work with a 5 gig network. Click continue, and then here you need to find the Wi-Fi network called Smart Life. That's the Wi-Fi network of the LED strip. Now when you connect to that, push back and then it automatically goes to this screen. It'll probably get to about 15% before you start getting the ticks. So we'll wait for it here, and there you can go. I've got the 3 ticks. So that now means that the LED strip's connected to your network. It gives you the option to give it a name. Mine's remembering the name backlight, which is what I call it. You can call it whatever you want. Then click done. And then this is your device control screen in the Smart Life app. So just to double check it's working, we'll turn it on and off and have a quick look. So that's currently off. Tap it and you can see it's now turned on. Okay, so to get it connected to your Google Home is very simple. You just need to open the Home app, click the menu or the hamburger icon in the top left, scroll down to Home Control, and this will list all the devices that you've currently got set up in Home Control. So what we need to do now is add Smart Life, so push the blue plus button, and this is a list of all apps that work with Google Home Control. Smart Life's the one we want, so click that, and then it will load a web page where you need to enter your login details that you registered with on the Smart Life app when you installed that. So I'm going to do this off screen. Now this is why you need to use the Smart Life app straight from the off, because it will only give you the option to use one at a time. So use Smart Life and you can use that for everything rather than Lombex and then not being able to use some other devices. So click continue, click authorize, and this should load for a minute. Sometimes this doesn't always work first time, so if it doesn't you might just need to do it a few times, but it's worked for me first time. It will then give you the name of your device and ask you to assign it to a room. Now you may want to consider if you assign this to living room, for example, because then when you say turn off the living room lights, not only might it turn off your overhead lights, but it will also turn off this as a living room light. So I assign it to attic just so that it's separate, and click done. And there we go, it's done. Gives you a few recommendations on what you can use, but it should all be set up now. And if we scroll down we'll see I've got a Smart Life section there with the backlight in. Right, one last thing to show you. Earlier in the video I said, okay Google, I finished eating, and it knew that I wanted it to turn off my overhead lights and turn on the backlight. And this is real simple to set up. So in the Google Home app you need to use Google shortcuts. So hit the menu button, hit more settings, scroll down to shortcuts, and here we've got listed all the ones that I'm using at the moment. So I think you can have as many as you like, and this is the one I use for I've finished eating. So you can list up to 5 voice commands of your choice. So when I say this, or when I say this, or when I say this, this is what Google actually interprets it as, which is turn on the backlight and turn off the living room lights. So 2 separate voice commands in one more natural command. Right, that's the Lombex Smart Light LED strip. I've got plenty more budget home devices to review, so thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe for more concise reviews.